struggle stalwart and the country's first democratic president, Nelson Mandela, is being remembered on the 8th anniversary of his passing. In honor of the father of the nation, a wreath-laying ceremony is taking place at the Union Buildings in Pretoria, which will be followed by a virtual race. For more on this, eNCA reporter Lindokuhle Xulu is at the Union Buildings for us. Lindo, what's the plan for the program to honor the former president?
Well, that program has since ended, Maseko. It was a very short program. Basically, it was a wreath-laying ceremony, but also a virtual walk for Madiba. And essentially, people would be sending in some of their photos from the comfort of their own homes, but basically in a form of walking, whether it's in your yard or otherwise, but essentially just showing solidarity in terms of remembering and honoring the late Ubaba Nelson Mandela. But I can tell you that particular program had ended. In fact, I see it. They want to show you just behind me the wreath-laying ceremony here at the Union Buildings, the country's capital city here in Tshwane. But essentially there was wreath-laying ceremony, very brief, as well as the candle lighting that have since been put out by the rain here. They do say rain is in fact a sign of blessings. But after that, there were some speeches from some of the dignitaries. One of them, Randall Williams, another one being from the Colin Mashawana Foundation, as well as the MEC of Sports and Recreation here in Gauteng, but essentially speaking in terms of the fact that Nelson Mandela was a person who had values, who valued human life, who valued people, as well as he was a person who valued people across race, gender, ethnicity, and all sorts of differences like that. But what they found, rather what the event was used for, was essentially to call on the global community to collaborate instead of discriminate. They said that in the recent wake of South Africa being put on the red list, today was an event that was supposed to encourage the global community to act as Madiba would act, which is to consider and with compassion those that are obviously on the receiving end of whatever could it be, including the detection of the Omicron variant in the country. So they have called on the global community to say that they must in fact be considerate, like Nelson Mandela would be when it comes to dealing with the country, which is South Africa, especially when it comes to putting them in a position of sanctions, such as putting them on a red list and disabling what would be economic activity and otherwise. So this today was used to actually call on the global community to actually be collaborative instead of discriminate against the country.
All right, Lindo, we know that a lot of people would obviously have quite a lot to say about the former president, very positive things about him. But also recently, you know, we saw those videos circulating between a debate between himself and the other former president, the last president of apartheid South Africa, F.W. de Klerk. So I'm sure a lot was said about the legacy of Nelson Mandela today.
It was, in fact, the focus. The focus today was around Nelson Mandela. Nothing adverse, really, in terms of speaking about the former president, which is F.W. de Klerk. The messaging was just simple. It was straight to the point. It was a short program, like I said, but essentially calling on the global community to say that they must, in fact, collaborate with the country and collaborate with other countries as well, especially the ones that are underprivileged, and trying to deal with the issue of COVID-19. But in terms of the speeches around or the announcement or pronouncement around, former president, it definitely didn't come out here. But it was a focus on ensuring that that message to say that global communities must work hand in hand to try and fight against COVID-19, as well as, of course, calling on people to protect themselves by starting to get vaccinated, as well as practicing those non-pharmaceutical ways. So it was centered around COVID-19 more than anything political, Maseko.